the NBL and the Game Time Schools program. Charlize Patrick has delivered the game ball, and we are almost set to go because the monster, Montrezl Harrell, is back in the house. Let's get this show on the road. It's the Hungry Jacks, live from Adelaide.
Since the arrival of Montrezl Harrell, things have changed with this organisation.
Here's Harrell again! And again! Two more for Montrez!
He's having fun! He's having fun!
Get that up out of here! Harrell says not today! This city is their fortress, and led by that man.
He has lifted the fortunes of the Adelaide 36ers this season almost single-handedly. Harrell
Found the play, and cash it! And more moves from Montrez.
And it wouldn't be a corner without Harrell throwing one down.
That's what we've been waiting on.
Eyes will be on that man, Montrezl Harrell, in front of another packed house at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre, returning after a 3-game suspension. And more importantly, he needs to get his team a win as I welcome in Liam Santamaria, Leonard Copeland. And Liam, these are two teams heading in the wrong direction.
Yeah, they sure are, Joey. Two teams that were up and about a few weeks ago and have both lost a bunch of games recently. So they both desperately need this win. And Adelaide on their home floor with Montrez back in action would want to be bouncing back.
Well, Leonard, New Zealand will know what to expect against Montrez because despite the Breakers winning by 27 points last time they met, this man was a handful, 25 points, 6 rebounds, and we know the form he was in before the suspension.
Absolutely. There's 20 points and 9 rebounds he's bringing back. And it's not about the points. It's about his leadership. It's about his attitude. And the team follows. When he gets going, these guys get going in.
Well, it's the Adelaide 36ers. Again, it just wasn't that same squad without him in the lineup. And this is what we've been waiting for. He's back from suspension. He's back in the country. He's back in uniform, and he's going to be back on the floor. And so a big problem for New Zealand to solve because he's an absolute game changer when he's up and about.
His last 5 games before suspension, he was averaging almost 26 points, 8 rebounds. Well, his partner in crime, Kendrick Davis. What a return from suspension for him. His numbers, Leonard, we haven't seen since Andrew Gaze in 2002 against Perth last week.
And he's been rolling. Last week, 37, 5, and 11. He lit it up. I mean, had it not been for Bryce Cotton, the man, we would be talking about Kendrick Davis, and we are because he's that good. The thing about him is he passes the ball well, he shoots the ball well, and he's a leader on the floor.
Second in the league in scoring, first in assists, just playing at an extremely high level. And Copes, you and I had the privilege to be in the building when he did this last week. And you look at these two combined, look at the scoring. This is second and third in the league in scoring. Coming back into the roster, they've lost these bunch of games recently, the 36ers, because they haven't had this dynamic duo in the lineup.
And one of the best duos in the competition. Looking forward to seeing them in action. Well, let's turn our attention to New Zealand because we know they are in a 5-game losing slump. And for young coach Petteri Koppinen, how does he get them out of the funk? What does he try and do?
Well, geez, it's not been good, has it? They've lost all of those games by double digits. Look, they've had change to the lineup. They've got a change to their style of play, but he's got a job to do to instill some belief back into this squad and to drive some confidence. And it's got to be based around getting Parker Jackson-Cartwright up and about.
He needs to play well, doesn't he, Leonard? It was probably the worst game of his NBL career, 44 NBL games the other night against Tasmania, just 11 points, had no influence, he was frustrated, he got a technical foul. How can they get him going tonight?
Look, a couple of weeks ago we were talking about him as being the MVP, and he still has the quality of being an MVP player. He just needs to get himself going, and I think they'll target him tonight. They'll get him the ball in different spots, and there's nobody on the floor that can guard him.
Well, he does have a very good record against the Adelaide 36ers, and when they met in round 7, he had 25 points and 6 assists. So looking forward to seeing him go up against Kendrick Davis, 2 of the best in the league. Well, let's get down. It wouldn't be an Adelaide 36ers home game without this man, John Casey. Welcome, Case.
Thanks very much, Joe. Good afternoon, everyone. An 8th consecutive sellout for Adelaide this season. The fans are ready. They stood as one when Montrezl Harrell ran onto the floor as well, expecting big things from him, obviously. But without Sunday Dech and DJ Vasiljevic, 2 of their best defenders, this is going to be a tough night at the office. Interestingly, New Zealand, the last time they were here was back in February this year, which is last season, and Parker Jackson-Cartwright is the only player who returns. They have shifted a lot. And whoever wins this game, well, they'll be 7th on the ladder. Adelaide with a big opportunity.
Certainly there is Sunday Detch, who won't be playing. He's not starting tonight, so it's a different looking lineup. But take a look at the New Zealand Breakers, and Liam, they've made 3 changes to the starting lineup that got beaten by 24 points to Tasmania a few nights ago.
And I like those changes. In comes Matt Mooney, in comes Jonah Bolden, and in comes Sam Menenga. And I think that balances out their starting lineup nicely.
And this Adelaide 36ers lineup has got, obviously, we know about the return of Montrezl Harrell, but it's the first time that this 5 will start this season.
Absolutely. We know what Harrell brings. We know what Davis brings. We need that man and Isaac Humphries to pick it up and have a good game in order for these guys to have a chance to win.
The 7th different lineup for the Adelaide 36ers. It's the first of our doubleheader, another one to follow, which all eyes will be on Bryce Cotton as Cairns take on Perth. But first of all, someone is going to break their losing slump. Adelaide have lost their last 4. New Zealand, we know, have lost their last 5. Someone will walk away with a W. And it's going to be Jackson Cartwright with that little mid-range that he's so good at.
Tough matchup for Kendrick Davis. And on the first 2 ball screens, he slides under. Jackson Cartwright open on the arc, turns it down, open from the free throw line. That's not a defensive scheme that's going to work all night long.
First foul already off the ball. Jonah Bolden. Looks like he might have the matchup on Montrez.
And he's athletic enough and he's big enough to guard Montrez. And I think that's a good matchup for him.
Back in the starting lineup, Jonah Bolden, after his return from injury, came off the bench against Tasmania, and he's picked up his 2nd foul. And Montrez, it's taken all of 20 seconds for him to get the little shimmy.
Are you kidding me? Come on, Bolden. I'm giving you some love here, and you get your 2nd foul in 5 seconds. Come on, bro.
First possession on the Amy replay for the Adelaide 36ers with Montrez back in uniform. Bam, up through the contact, knocks it down, dancing up a storm.
Welcome back, Montrez. Didn't take him long. So straight away, Coach Copps had to make a sub. Bolden sits, and Big Taco, who started the other night, gets his opportunity.
2 fouls in 35 seconds, Coach.
Is that a record?
The question is, does it change the way that New Zealand defend?
100% it changes it.
That's how they got the offensive end. He was their best offensive performer, Taco, but this man has been their best offensive weapon all year. And there is Taco fall. Good offensive rebound.
Oh, boy.
And just a little sign of aggression.
Little statement moment from Taco.
A big statement, not a little statement.
Well, it was after the whistle.
He's just letting them know.
We see Kendrick Davis slide under the ball screen again. So clearly the scout and the scheme here for Adelaide is to keep Parker Jackson Cartwright out of the paint.
Saw Taco bend the rim the other night. 141 kilos he's listed as. He does like to hang on slightly. Here's Mayan looking to be aggressive. Humphries, good to see him attack the offensive glass. Interesting to see how Isaac Humphries goes with the return of Montrezl Harrell. He was in really good form without Montrez.
Well, he was fantastic last week. 25 points, only missed 1 of his field goal attempts. There you see the space afforded Cartwright again. That's a free throw.
And that's bad defense because Parker Jackson Cartwright will knock down more than he'll miss if you keep going under that screen.
Well, they're happy for him to jack it. Here, he's 1 for 3 from the field. They're giving him wide open looks, saying, we're just not going to let you get to the rim.
Here's young Lopez. Continuing to start. Just been struggling since the FIBA break, and then a nice little dump off from Jackson Cartwright to fall. His first bucket of the night.
And look, it's going to take some time for them to learn the way he likes the ball and where he needs to be. But slowly and surely, they'll start to look better.
16 points against Tassie. As I said, the #1 scorer in that game is now Isaac Humphries. Gets one to go.
I think we started to see signs of that the other night, didn't we, Copes? As you say, Joey, the 16 points for Taco, they're starting to work out how to utilize him on the offensive end.
There's Jackson Cartwright again probing and gets it out to Mooney. They need a big game from Mooney. He's been struggling from long range. And still his woes continue. It's now 5 of 35 in his last 5 games from long range for Matt Mooney. Kendrick Davis, that's a good find for Humphries again.
Adelaide guard Cartwright's doing a good job of drawing Taco Fall towards them. And Humphreys, as a result, open on the other side.
Leads the league in assists. There's Kendrick Davis. It's 7 a game to go along with those 22.5 points. There's Lopez looking to be aggressive, and that'll do his confidence the world of good.
That's a strong drive by him. Gets to the basket. He's so long. He's got those big hands, Liam, and he's able to throw it off the glass.
And the strength at just 17 to hold his position there when Mayen bumps him as he's slicing his way to the cup. Impressive.
He's got a haircut. Sorry, he's got a haircut.
You like the haircut?
I like your haircut. I mean, I like any haircut. But,
You like the idea of having a haircut?
That's there you go.
Or maybe just a changer. He said he's struggled the 4 games since the FIBA break. He was terrific before that. In fact, last time these two teams met in round 7, he had the 17 points. As Harrell gets some size from the crowd, like Mayen now. Plenty of time to set his feet. On the team get the connect from long range. Jackson Cartwright again, giving him a lot of leeway, but he's not making them pay.
And now Jackson Cartwright's in his own head. He's not been afforded this type of space all season.
And Kendrick Davis goes bang at the other end.
But I'm calling it now. Parker Jackson Cartwright has the ball in his hands enough, and he'll take enough shots to get himself going if they keep going under the screen. That's dangerous.
He lobs it over to Taco. Well read by Mayen.
Parker Jackson Cartwright, these first 4 minutes, he's trying to decide when to let it fly, when to not. Now, Davis is in no two minds. Anytime you give him a tiny bit of airspace, he's ready to launch. Incredibly confident, in great form right now.
And there's the first turnover of the night for the Breakers, Max Darling.
What a difference a month makes. A month ago, we were talking about how good New Zealand were playing and how great they played together, and everything was flowing.
You know, 6-2 at one stage. They've lost 6 of their last 7. How about their slump in the last 5 and what's happened since that FIBA break? It's all about tonight, though. They've got to get themselves going. And that's not going to help.
They couldn't finish it with the rebound, but I like that defensive changer for the Breakers. They jump into the 1-3-1 zone. The idea, of course, to keep Taco Fall near the hoop. Yeah, forcing Montrezl Harrell to shoot pull-up mid-range jumpers. That's a good result.
We've got a lot go against them this year, New Zealand. We've only had 4 players play every game. There's Humphreys again, able to get to the basket with ease. He's got 6 early points.
Whenever he's going, they're going.
As we said, the 3 games that he played when Montrez was out, 19, 16 and 25 points. He's really having some influence.
Yeah, and that performance last week in particular against Perth. They didn't get the win, but no, he was absolutely outstanding. And the combination with Kendrick Davis and pick and roll was at a high level.
That's a little 5-point lead early. Again, they sag off Parker. He's eventually going to make them pay.
And you hear Coach Coppinen in the background saying all day. Look, if that's going to be the scheme, he's going to get a big number tonight.
Yes, he is.
Got 5 points now, 2 of 5. Fun matchup. This man, Kendrick Davis, who again with the assist that will count for Mayen. Mayen picks up the foul at the other end.
Again, Lopez looking to be aggressive. Coach Cobb loves the fact that he's in that frame of mind.
Is that 2 fouls on that? This is second.
So Jarrell Martin checks in. We'll talk about his form. Nothing like what we saw a couple of seasons ago. 8 games back from injury, just the 7.8 points and under 5 rebounds a game. Jackson Cartwright this time with a good find for Darling.
Great find. Adelaide changes it up there, goes into a 2-3 zone, and Jackson Cartwright with a dime.
Did
Darling underneath.
Isaac asked for a sub? Well, he was rolling, right? I don't get how these guys get hot.
As Rigoni knocks down a triple.
We needed to get Rigoni into the game, Coach. Mike Wales with the crystal ball.
All right.
His first point since round 2 for Jacob Rigoni. His second season at the 36ers. They go into Taco again. Just forces the opposition to commit fouls. We saw this Thursday night. So take a look at Jacob Rigoni.
A good kick out from Kendrick Davis. It slides under the radar how good a passer Kendrick Davis is, as you say, leading the league in rebounds. In assists.
And Rigoni loved that, didn't he?
Well, why wouldn't you? And this is what Damon was talking about the other night. If Taco's in the game, go at him.
Give it to Taco.
You've got to get him the rock while he's in the middle of the paint, and you've got to make the officials, make the defense, make everybody aware how much of a problem he can be.
He's got 4 points. Davis. Taco fighting and scrubbing, falls to Mooney. And now Jackson Cartwright in transition, pulls up. Get that go. Davis. Smooth to Martin. And a foul over the back.
I don't know if New Zealand have the same pace with Taco in the game. I know PJC likes to push that ball up the floor. It's hard to have that pace when you got Taco, who looks very tired coming off right now.
So it always looks like that Taco fall, but comes and sits with 4 points and a couple of rebounds in just under 6 minutes. He's done his bit. Starts have been a real issue for New Zealand in the last few games. Mooney spoke about it during the week. More responsibility on the starters. Give themselves a chance. Jackson Cartwright gets inside the paint and draws the foul. That'll get him to the free throw line.
If you're Max Darling or Sam Meninga and Adelaide goes into a zone, you can't forget about Parker Jackson Cartwright. Come up and set a ball screen. Yeah, they're in a zone. There's a couple of the key guys missing for Adelaide. And Sunday Detch on the right there. He would be the matchup for Parker Jackson Cartwright, but he's not in the game.
And the NBL Summer Shootout, we know, is getting very close, so make sure you choose the club that will score the highest points in their Summer Shootout game. Correctly predict their score for your chance to win $100,000. Just make sure you enter via the QR code or nbl.com.au/shootout. Here's Davis again, putting on some moves. Kicks it out, and he'll get it back. Shot clock down to 8. And again, the fine for Martin, who had a couple of defenders. That was good play from Anticevic and Meninga. And now they're off to the races. King knocks that one down.
And that's what he does well. He spots up, he shoots the ball, he's very athletic, gets to the glass, but can knock that three-pointer down from outside.
He's also been struggling since he's come back from injury. Harvey King just shooting it under 25% from the field. So that'll do him the world of good. Christie almost got that to go. Scoring's just dried up for Adelaide at the moment. Jackson Cartwright changed his mind mid-air. Turnover. Now the bench for Adelaide is Martin, who'll go to the stripe. What's been making of Jarrell Martin's season, and how can they get a bit more from him? Leonard, as we said, less than 8 points and 5 rebounds a game.
He's struggling. He's certainly not the Jarrell Martin we saw in Sydney. Now, he came back, he was injured, he's out of shape, and he's slowly working himself back into shape. But it's hard to work yourself into shape during the season. We know what he can do. We know what kind of player he is. I think honestly, it hurt him to have Isaac and Trez playing the way they're playing because he didn't get a lot of time. He needs more time, but that's a problem. I mean, when you're out of shape, when you're injured.
One thing that has helped him is that he's shooting the 3-ball really well, shooting at nearly 40%. So he doesn't have that same pop that he had when he was in Sydney, but he still is stroking it.
He's Bairstow. He got his first start on Thursday night. His first shot to fall. And Rasmussen was was able to get some good minutes with a few of those suspensions. Here he is. He was halfway down. And McCarran. This time a foul down low on Christie.
These fouls, one was with Taco Fall and Jarrell Martin had to wrap him up. This is Sam Menenga. He draws the foul on Rigoni. I'd love to see Adelaide do a little bit of that with Montrezl Harrell. He's spending a lot of time out on the perimeter. He's shot a few jump shots. He let a 3-ball go. Love to see him get back around the rim where he's a big-time presence.
Number 1 points in the paint this season, Montrezl Harrell, almost 13 a game. Just has the 2 points so far.
I'm still a little bit frustrated by the number of subs you can have in 8, 9 minutes. I think you've had nine different guys who played. It's hard to get a rhythm. It's hard to get yourself going if you play a minute or two here and you're coming out of the game.
Well, Adelaide have had 10 players get court time in this first quarter. New Zealand have had 11. 11 of their lineup have played some game time in this first quarter. At the moment, they lead by a point, and they're in this contest. That's a start. Just need to give themselves a chance. Find some confidence. Anticevic trying to guard Jarrell Martin. That was going to be a tough ask. Down to the final minute, Bairstow. McCarran. Looks for Anticevic to come at him. Couldn't quite get that one to fall. Now Montrez just puts the head down and attacks the rim, and not much anybody can do about that.
And that's more like it. That's where he causes a whole bunch of headaches. He's on the attack, he's getting his knuckles on the backboard.
He hits the floor a lot already. He's on the ground.
The big fella.
Now McCarran. King gave it up for a better look for Bairstow.
That's a great pass. Great kick to the corner for a knockdown 3.
Well, New Zealand will take this in the first quarter. They've been able to break even. It'll be the final possession for the 36ers. Montrezl thought he was hit. Kadee's going to go to work. In fact, he's going to turn it over. McCarran gave it a good effort, but at quarter time, we're all tied up at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre. Two teams desperate for a win. Someone will walk away with the points.
Great to have you with us here from the Hungry Jacks NBL from Adelaide. Tight, scrappy first quarter, 22 points apiece. Montrezl Harrell, but he didn't take long on the score sheet inside 30 seconds, trying to give Adelaide an early lead. They led by as many as 5 in the opening quarter. Breakers had their moments as well as we get set to go here, term number 2.
Leonard Copeland, Liam Santa Maria, what did you make of that opening term?
Pretty even. I mean, rebounds, assists, all pretty even. I thought Adelaide's defense was a little bit better than I thought it was going to be anyway. But, yeah, even matching them.
Wow, well, that was a tough call on Sam Menenga. I like that spin move. I think they dodged a bullet, Adelaide, in that first quarter. They gave Parker Jackson Cartwright a bunch of really good looks. You know, one of the league's top scorers. He's 6th in the league in scoring right now. He was the league's leading scorer for a period of time. And they gave him a chance to get his eye in, and he didn't fully take advantage.
Here's Kadee drawing the foul. So you think if they continue to play Jackson Cartwright like that, he's going to hurt them at some stage?
Well, the theory from Mike Wells is to say, hey, listen, like, if he wants to shoot pull-ups, we're going to live with that. We just can't let him get into the paint. We can't let him set others up. We can't let him live on the free throw line. And right now, it's worked for him. You know, they've limited him to 6. Others haven't really been able to fully get involved. But it's a dangerous way to approach it, sliding under the ball screen against a guy of that quality.
Absolutely. And guess what? Yes, he's missed a couple easy ones in the first quarter. But I always say this, the more shots you take, the better you become as a player like that. Because he's got the green light.
Is that what you told Lindsay?
Well, that's what Lindsay told me.
Oh, okay.
He's got the green light, so he's not worried about his percentage. He's worried about wins.
Gave up the 3 and went towards Mojave King. See Taco fall, check back in. Davis wants to go at Jackson Cartwright. Tough finish.
Taco, you got to get off the ground, big fella.
Timeout, Koppinen. Well, Taco down the other end as well. When the defender slides under, you've just got to roll on him and then park him under the hoop and give Parker Jackson Cartwright as much room as he can get.
A lot of talk about Montrezl Harrell returning from suspension. He caught up with John Casey pre-game.
Montrez, how long is it going to take you to get back into the rhythm? Is it a quarter? Is it a half? Or are you ready to go from the tip?
Energy-wise, I'm ready to go from the jump. But I'm going to let the game come to me. I'm not going to force anything. I had a good solid week of practice, man. So it's going to be a couple bumps and bruises. I mean, that's any basketball player with having, taking time off and having to sit and not really actually be able to get in-game, plays and things done in that aspect. But, I'm going to just let the game come to me. I'm not going to force anything.
Has the preparation just been as per normal?
Basically, yeah. I mean, just coming back in, I didn't really kind of take no time off at home. Only thing that's different at home, I wasn't able to be in game, playing 5-on-5. Other than that, I got my workouts in. I made sure I got my lifts in and made sure I stayed active. So the only thing is just getting up and down. It's nothing like in-game playing and going up and down on the 5-on-5 possession.
Do you expect that your opponents are going to target you a little now, maybe try and get inside your head, get you worked up, get you emotional?
I don't know. I really don't even care, honestly. That don't got nothing to do with me, man. If anybody's still done stuff that happened 2-3 weeks ago, man, that's on them, man. I done had what they done gave and took the suspension, and I'm back ready to, get my team back on track and get back on the winning side and in the winning column.
4 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists so far for that man, Montrezl Harrell. Here's Mooney. Get going in this one. That's a tough finish over the outstretched hand of Humphries.
Well, they need more from Matt Mooney. We talk about how they need to turn this 5-game losing streak around. They show that 1-3-1 zone yet again. Mooney getting his scoring going is a big part of that. They need 15 or 20 at least from Matt Mooney.
Davis gets another one to drop. That's his second. He's feeling pretty good. He's got 8 points and 3 assists early. Mooney goes back to the exact same play and the exact same result.
Well done. And you're right, Liam. Those guys, the Moonies, the Bowdens are the ones that need to pick it up.
Looked far too easy to my eye with a 1-3-1 to have Marshall that open in the corner.
Well, it's great execution. They're the open spots against that type of zone, and they found him. He knocked it down.
Great offense, terrible defense. A zone and 2 threes in a row. Wide open threes, though.
See what happens on this offensive play. Marshall again, exact same spot. There's a timeout, Leonard.
Change it up.
They might not like the look of that defense from the Breakers, and all of a sudden, in a flick, that's out to 8 points. As we take a look at the Amy replay. There's
Drive,
one.
kick, wide open 3. Kick, wide open 3. Swing, kick, wide open 3.
You reckon they'll put the 1-3-1 zone away?
I reckon they better put it in their pocket. Save it to next week, whoever they're playing next week.
Well, we know Kendrick Davis loves playing against the opposition's best. He's playing against one of them tonight in Parker Jackson Cartwright. He spoke about that with John Casey.
Tell us, your last battle with PJC was pretty entertaining. How do you get the better of him today?
By getting a win. They beat us pretty good. Both of us on a losing streak, so I'm pretty sure it'll be another desperately, needed win for both teams. But yeah, man, just getting a win. I think if a point guard scored 39 and 10 and the other point guard got 10 and 5, but he win, the point guard won that matchup. So I just want to get the win.
You're renowned for your pace, but I think Parker's one of the quickest. Who do you think's quicker, you or PJC?
I don't know, man. That's a good one. I'm gonna go with myself, but he got some jets on him. Yeah, I'm gonna go with myself though.
He's just a breath of fresh air, isn't he?
He is.
Listening to him talk.
But he's delusional if he thinks he's quicker than PJC.
I loved his first answer, though.
Yeah.
Wasn't it right?
Yes.
Hey, he's got a great mentality. He's been a great find for Adelaide in the off-season.
Adelaide love playing at home. They've won 10 of their last 12. Won their last 5 when they come into these matchups as the favourite. Heavy favourites tonight. Nice little lead as Taco misses that one. And they're off and running here again, the 36ers.
Back to a man-to-man.
There's Marshall. Down those back-to-back triples. Davis. He's already knocked down a couple. Make that 3. And this young man is hot. 11 points on 4 of 6 shooting.
New Zealand can pick it up on defense, man. You can't give away 4 threes. And there's PJC going under that screen. He also can shoot the ball, so the defensive side of things isn't great.
And New Zealand themselves 4 of 9 from the 3-point line. They went 4 of 29 against Tasmania on Thursday. So they are shooting the ball much better. They still trail by 8. And it's more because of what is happening down this end of the floor.
Well, they went back into the zone. They hit a 3, then they go back into the zone, and once again, give up an open look in the corner.
Adelaide now 7 of 12. 5 of those to come in this quarter.
I mean, you shoot yourself in the foot, knock down a 3 of your own,
Taco.
and get a dunk. But on the other end, you're giving up 3.
There's the 6 points, 4 rebounds. Can they get a stop? Adelaide patient. Davis pulls up, and this kid is feeling it. He's unstoppable at the moment.
This is pretty. This is pretty. But surely,
Taco fall.
Good
Making
job.
his presence felt down low.
Good job from Taco on the boards. The last 2 Kendrick Davis 3s have come off the same action. Whoever Taco falls guarding, bring him up to set the pick. And now there's no help for Jackson Cartwright. 1 dribble, pull up, wide open 3.
so what are you saying, Liam?
Well, the previous one, Taco actually, he came up out of the paint, but he just can't get all the way out there.
No.
So this is the issue. You've got an advantage down this end because he's so big around the hoop, and you've got an advantage if they go to the bucket. The teams are taking advantage on the ball screen, and it's a problem for Coppin and the Soul.
It is.
And he Coast gave the kids of Adelaide the free cheeseburgers. He gets one to go. Shooting a pretty good clip normally from the free throw line this season. Yeah, that is the issue. Damon Lowry was banging on about it Thursday night. It was almost 5v4, it felt like, down the other end of the floor.
Coach Cops made the adjustment here to bring him out of the game. There you see, as a result, you've got guys like Meninga and Bolden, much more agile and can get up to the line of the screen.
It's a long three ball from Marshall, and they get the stop. And there's Bolden cleaning up the mess.
And I like this lineup because it's athletic. Bolden, Lopez can switch on anything.
And look at Davis. And Nowitzki couldn't finish the play. He might have clipped. Been clipped on the way through, was he?
Well, the Breakers were thinking about potentially challenging. Here's the pass from Kendrick Davis. That's sweet. But they've got no timeouts left in this first half, the Breakers, so cannot challenge the play, and Grishti's going to the strike.
First free throw attempt of the season. Couldn't get it to go.
There's 18 points per game, sitting on the bench.
Misses them both. It's a bit of a let-off for the Breakers. They can get going in transition. For King to throw down.
He just, he's athletic, man, isn't he? I love seeing him get up in the air. And as bad as New Zealand have played on the defensive end, they're still in this game.
Your young boy is Lopez, apologies.
Well, still was, but he's a king of sorts, Joey. He might be a Sacramento king one day. And right now he's above the rim. Good find from Matt Mooney, and this is the type of tempo you like to see the Breakers able to play.
They get it back to 7 after trailing by 12. Well, speaking of next stars, we know Melbourne United last night, a bit disappointing on the floor, but some positive news off the floor overnight, Liam, with their next star signing. Tell us about it.
Yeah, tell us about it, Liam.
Come on, Liam. You got all this time now. The floor is yours.
Hey, we're very excited. We are very excited to have Dash Daniels as part of the program. You know, great faith from him and his family to come and become a next star for Melbourne United. Obviously, the world's his oyster in terms of opportunities and pathways, but he recognises what the Next Stars program, and in particular that environment at Melbourne United, can provide. They've done a great job of helping guys take that next step, and this kid's full of potential, fellas. He's an elite defender. I was there in Turkey watching him at the U17 World Cup, where he led the tournament in steals. And he's also got some wiggle at the offensive end. High basketball IQ, but can make plays out of ball screens. Super excited to have him in the program.
Grew up a Melbourne United fan, and his brother's doing some amazing things in the NBA at the moment.
Fantastic. Playing great defense.
Out of the NBA Global Academy. Well done there to Dash Daniels. Dash Daniels there in the NBA Global Academy. He will be suiting up for Melbourne United next season. Oh, you're going to be excited, Liam. Turned 17 when? In a few days?
Yeah, in a couple of days. Yeah,
happy birthday to Dash. As we said, shout out to Dyson Daniels. He's killing it over in the NBA. As Jerome Martin can't get that to fall.
Shout out to Ricky Daniels, who's produced these superstars. And the mom, no doubt.
Rakita has something to do with it as well.
Of course.
Here he is again, Lopez.
Oh,
wow.
Showing the athleticism.
Boy. He's feeling good tonight.
Okay. Right hand, left hand. How do you want it, Coach?
The young fella is going to work. You sure he's 17?
Yes, sir.
Have you seen his passport?
I know his passport. I've got his passport. Right hand makes the adjustment. Oh, that's athletic.
Yeah, that's nice.
And he's going up against Jason Kidd, who was probably playing in the NBL before he was born. Not far off. He finishes the three-point play. He's got 7 points.
And I love this lineup. I said it. These guys can all switch. Bolden and Lopez, Meninga. We get Mooney to knock down a couple of threes.
Marshall already knocked down a couple. Make it 3 for the quarter.
He is feeling it. Nick Marshall breakout game is loading.
Had the 13 points a couple of weeks ago against Brisbane. He's feeling good at the moment. 3 from 3 from long range. Menenga, the ball fake. He was quiet on Thursday on his birthday. 5 points for Menenga from the logo. Trez will just look to steady the ship. And go straight at Bolden.
That's a smart move.
Oh,
And the poor cameraman. Montrez looks after him. Total dab. John
just took a hit.
He jumped back up. And that's smart by Trez to go at Bolden, who has 2 fouls. Gian.
Tough as nails.
There he is.
There he is.
Gian, give us a shout out. Yes.
Handled beautifully.
Fan favorite. Fan favorite.
His 5th point, Montrez. 5 rebounds and a couple of assists.
Is that a block or charge, Copes?
Big charge, man. I do think, though, New Zealand need to tighten up this defense, man. You can't give away that many threes and think you're going to be in the game.
Mooney is continuing his struggles from long range. Had a good look. Kendrick Davis fouled before the basket. But he'll go to the free throw line anyway in the bonus 36ers.
They're 9 of 15 from 3 now, Adelaide. So that's 7 of 8 from long range in this quarter.
And that's too many. You can't give up nine makes from behind the three-point arc in a quarter. You can't do it.
In a half.
In a half.
Kendrick Davis knocks down his 15th point. That's now 11 consecutive games of at least 15. And he's done it with still more than 3 minutes to play in the first half. Make it 16.
Good minutes from Marshall. He checks out. What a quarter Nick Marshall has had.
Is Isaac still playing? Is he still on the team or what?
He's on the team. Did they trade him?
I don't know.
I mean, he's on the floor, Copes. What do you want?
I want him back on the floor. He was rolling.
He's out there.
And Tasevich gets one to vault. I just saw DJ Vasiljevic on screen. We'll be chatting to him throughout the third quarter. We'll be hoping the team can get a win and start to get their season rolling. Build some momentum in the back half of the year with this best lineup out there. A foul on Lat Mayen. There's Matt Mooney, as I mentioned, 5 of 36 from the three-point line his last 5 games. Goni knocked down a triple in the first quarter. 7-point margin inside the final 2.5 minutes of this first half. Both teams desperate for a win. Lopez has been aggressive. And the basket's going to count. It was a delayed call, but the young man likes it.
That's generous.
That is more than generous.
It looked like a travel right there. That was a travel. He picked the ball up for sure, but he traveled along the way, and he gets the call nonetheless.
That's right. Young fella, take your points. More importantly, he threw that thing down, didn't he?
So there's a coach's challenge in play. What I'm interested in are the rules. Well, you can challenge the foul, and it was clearly a foul, so that'll be unsuccessful. Right. But can you challenge the continuation? I would imagine, my understanding is this challenge would be on the foul, and
the whistle was late, though.
You know what? They might even be successful on the foul. There wasn't a lot of contact there. He's sliding his feet.
Well, we will hear from Scott Butler once the decisions come through, and we'll ask him about whether you can challenge a continuation or a travel call. Do you think this will be overturned?
No.
Scott Butler, come in. Can you explain to us, first of all, this decision, and then just to Liam's point about whether you can actually challenge a continuation?
Okay, so let's go to the foul first. So you can see number 25, left arm around the waist of the shooter, pulls him back into him. That's the foul. That's the foul that will stand. The only thing that I can review is the actual foul itself. I don't have any capacity to review any other element of that play.
Thank you, Scott. Well explained.
And you're right. The left hand did create a foul. And what Scott is saying, reading between the lines, is that it was a travel, but he can't change that call.
Yep. Fair enough. Points will count, and Lopez will go to the line. Try and knock down his 10th point. As you said, he was playing some terrific basketball before the fever break, and then, as you can do when you're such a young man, just a bit of being consistent, but he's certainly a different mindset tonight, isn't he? Being impressed with his mindset, Leonard.
For a young guy at this age, he plays like a veteran. I mean, he plays like he's been playing with grown men his whole life.
And everyone's a bit confused about whether it was a three-point play, and it certainly was. So he's got 10 points on 4-4 shooting, a couple of rebounds, and he's making a difference, and they're back within 4.
Again, you take away 1 or 2 of these threes that New Zealand have given away.
Playing much better basketball here. Montrez gives it up to Martin. Good find, good cut. Jackson Cartwright again. They sit off him, leave him open. Can't make them pay.
And he hesitated.
Yeah, why is he hesitating?
He's not confident, Copes. He's in his own head. They're sliding under the ball screen, and he's thinking, why is that? Am I not deserving of more respect?
As Davis helps himself to another 2. Game high 18 points. Good feed from Jackson Cartwright to Menenga.
Great pass from Jackson Cartwright. I love the unselfishness here from the monster, Montrezl Harrell. He gets the rock. There's a mismatch. Sam Menenga knows it, so he draws the double team. And as soon as he sees the double coming, he says, I'm passing this. First guy cutting to the rim, I'm setting him up.
Great pass.
That's a guy with a lot of experience, Liam.
That's what you want offensively, create an advantage. And the simplest way to do that is to bring 2 to the ball. Somebody's got to be open.
Menenga started on the bench Thursday night, back in the starting lineup tonight. Just the 4 points in the first half as Harrell misses that one, but they'll get a second chance opportunity. And they go straight back to the monster. And again, not able to get it to go. And the Breakers turn the ball over, and now it's a 4-on-2. Good luck, New Zealand, although they do a pretty good job. They do it really well. Now Menenga has to defend Montrez, which is almost impossible one-on-one.
Going downhill, he's tough. He gets to that glass. He uses his body well.
7-7 for Montrez in this first half. He's back out to 8. He finished strong here, the Breakers. Anticevic pulls up from the free throw line. Bairstow trapped in the corner, but it'll be a foul, and Kendrick Davis just a little push. So Bairstow will go to the strike. There's Willie Rioli in the crowd. Port Adelaide small forward.
Smart sub there from Coppinen. One more defensive possession to come for the Breakers. Menenga's got 2 fouls. Bairstow quietens the crowd. So Ty Wynyard, the nominated replacement player, checks in for 1 defensive possession, and I dare say he's going to have the matchup on Montrez as he's welcomed back to the NBL moment.
Injury replacement for Dane Pinot, who's had some knee surgery. Played some minutes Thursday night at 4 points against Tassie. Previously a development player back in 2014-15 for New Zealand. He's been around and on the 3x3 circuit. And he is guarding Montrez. This will be the final possession of the half. New Zealand been much more competitive than we've seen. This man, Kendrick Davis, has been on fire. He wants the ball in his hands. He wants to go to work, and he wants to finish the half in style.
That's just unfair. It's unfair. You've been on the bench the whole game. You come in and you got to guard the quickest guy on the floor.
And they did the right thing, go at him. They got the switch. They gave Davis the room to move, and he said, "Can I have this dance?"
20 points, 4 assists in the first half. Is he now the big danger for MVP, along with Bryce Cotton? Kendrick Davis, do you think?
Oh, he's got to be right there.
He's in the conversation, but let me tell you something, bro.
Oh, hold on, what?
Bryce Cotton dropping numbers the way he's dropping them. I said he's in the conversation, okay?
That's it.
That is it.
You're right, you're right.
Don't even try to push it.
No, you're right.
Okay, maybe second.
Let him administer the foul, please.
So there was a foul against Breakers on Montrez, who was just too big again. There's another opportunity for a rebound. He's going to go to the stripe. Seven rebounds, 3 assists to go with his 7 points in his return game from suspension. For New Zealand's hard work, they got within 4 points.
I can't really give you an answer on that because I'm behind both of you. Yeah, hang in there, buddy.
Last opportunity, Bairstow gave it up. And that'll see it out at half-time. Much more competitive New Zealand Breakers. But the offense of Adelaide 36 is led by Kendrick Davis. Sees them lead by 9 at half-time.
It was a second quarter explosion. That was a rough whole quarter for the Breakers. Adelaide put 36 on the board in that term, Copes, and as a result, they've got the 9-point lead.
Absolutely. Way too many threes.
Well, let's get down courtside. John Casey has the man of the moment.
Kendrick Davis, 37 last week, into the 20s here at half-time. You're obviously on a mission. Must be happy with that first half.
Not really. We was up at half last game, and we didn't win it, so it don't really matter, man. We just want to get a win.
Going with Parker Jackson Cartwright, the way you're defending him at the moment, it seems to be working. You're going to challenge him to make shots?
Yeah, we're just going to see can he make shots off the bounce. Hell of a player. I got a lot of respect for him. Like I said, I'm humble. All these dudes, all these guards, him, Bryce Cotton, they 3-4 years older than me. So I'm learning. And it's a fun challenge when you get to learn from guys you grew up watching. So I'm enjoying it.
And what's key to getting the job done in the second half?
Playing with pace. I think when we get stops and we get out, we the best team. But when we struggle to get stops and we taking it out and walking the ball up, I think we struggle. So continue to get stops, and man, they gonna come out fighting, but we gotta fight harder.
Appreciate your time. Good luck at the second half. Kendrick Davis there for the Adelaide 36ers. They had 36 points in that second quarter, their highest scoring second quarter of the season, and they've got a healthy buffer here at the moment by 9 points. It's Adelaide 58, New Zealand 49. More from the Adelaide Entertainment Centre right after this.
Like your favourite people.
Well, two teams coming into this one desperate for a win. Adelaide had lost 4 on the trot. New Zealand had lost their last 5. Someone needs to come away with the win. And at quarter time, scores were level. It was entertaining second quarter that saw Adelaide break the game open to lead by 9 points, 58-49. And really, Leonard Copeland, Liam Santamaria was off the back of one man. Spoken a lot about him. Kendrick Davis, he's having some sort of season.
He's fantastic, and he really turned it on in that second quarter. They hit 7 of 9 threes in that second quarter, Adelaide, and a lot of it was on the back of the play of Kendrick Davis. He's been terrific, 20 points in the opening half, and he's just playing smart. Kick outs, he's ready to catch and fire. He's using those ball screens when Taco falls on the floor. He's setting up his teammates' coach. He's been excellent so far.
He's fantastic, man. And I love what he says. His head's on the right, he's on his shoulders. He loves to speak well about his players, about his team, and he's just one of those guys who can get it done.
We'll take a look at the Blackmores shot chart. The other impressive thing, he doesn't force anything, does he? He just takes what the game gives him. He's prepared to give the ball up, and you can see how efficient he's shooting.
That's incredible efficiency, and he's setting his teammates up as well, as you say. So you can see on the Blackmores the level of efficiency that he's getting it done so far. And New Zealand, they're going to need to do something about it.
Yeah, they are, but one young man that he's trying to do something about it, the 17-year-old next start. I won't go to you, Liam. I'll go to you, Leonard, because you're impressed with his mentality coming to this game. He's been quiet, but Kareem Lopez has been super.
He plays like a veteran. He's 17 years old, but he's smart. He gets to the rim. He dunks on you. It's not about show. It's about him winning. And look, the decisions he's making, some of the moves he makes, you don't expect this from a 17-year-old, but he needs more shots. He's 4 for 4. Get him the ball.
Yeah, and what I like as well is the work at the defensive end. You don't see that on these clips, but he's staying out there on the floor because he's defending at a level that you don't expect from a 17-year-old in this league.
Well, they're in the contest at halftime, the New Zealand Breakers. Can they try and get that win? And don't go anywhere because there is another huge game to follow this one. The Cairns Convention Centre, the Cairns Taipans, well, they are a team desperate for a win, but can they stop Bryce Cotton and the Perth Wildcats, who's looking for his 4th straight 40-point game? Make sure you tune into that one right after this.
We keep the 36ers in training to win games, doing what they do best, while we do what we do best. Just like the 36ers defenders block passes, Conway IT work tirelessly to block cyber attacks. Conway IT. Get real.
Don't get to get your tyres rotated so they'll last longer. We recommend you doing it every 10,000 kilometres or roughly every 6 months.
Talk to the experts at Tyre Power for more information.
Power, talk to the tyre experts at Tyre.
Being home run in the championship game is always special.
Not for me. I just saw a fan.
What an atmosphere. I think the fans like that win.
I would have liked it more if I picked the score.
it was great to get the W tonight.
Yeah, well, it was great to go for me.
Fun that it's score.
Once I got over here, it was a whole brand new experience for me. The time frame, learning driving on the other side of the street, which is, you know, not that bad. Literally, I was fresh to it all. That's why I said I'm just enjoying taking every bit of it in, you know, the whole time I'm over here.
Here's Harrell again! And again! 2 more for Montrez!
He's having fun. He's having fun.
The city of Adelaide definitely supports me and are behind me 100%. And it just feels great to actually just feel love, really, man, just for what you do for playing the game of basketball. You know, this is definitely a sport. It's definitely, you know, just a game that we do. But, you know, when you do it at a high level and you compete, you're trying to actually do something for, you know, not only for yourself, but for an organization that, you know, wants to build something special, you know, and you actually be a part of it. It's amazing.
Excellent finish, Montrez Harrell gets the 2 and he goes to the fans and says, how about some love?
I love the game of basketball, man. I love to win at, you know, by any means, you feel me? So whatever it takes to win the game, I'm gonna do those little things, whether it's my team needing to score, take charges, rebound the ball, block shots, dive in the crowd for a loose ball, man. I don't really pay attention to any of those type things or really pay any regards to my body at that point in time of the way I'm moving and stuff like that. I'm just playing the game that I love, you know, doing as hard as I love, because I know, you know, when you start to half-ass things and, you know, take things for granted, man, that's when the injuries come. That's when, you know, something bad happens.
Tough shot, couldn't get it to go, gets his own rebound and makes it fit.
I've always played the game to the highest competitor that I know how to, no matter what it's NBA game, Pro-Am game, pickup game. I just love being around the game of basketball.
Well, Montrez Harrell, he's certainly embraced Australia and the NBL, and the NBL community have certainly embraced him. He has been a draw card to this competition, and he's trying to lead his Adelaide 36ers back up the ladder. At half-time, he has 8 points and 8 rebounds. More importantly, they lead this one by 9 points. Well, let's get down courtside for John Casey's thoughts.
Thanks very much, Joe. It actually feels like Adelaide are in front by more than 9 points at the moment. And certainly New Zealand have got some work to do, because in their last 30 games, when they've trailed at three-quarter time, they've lost. So a big third quarter coming up for them. But we've spoken about substitutions. Already in this game, we saw 21 players used combined in the first quarter for the second week in a row. Adelaide have been leading the charge in terms of substitution. And as we see, the more subs you make, the tougher it is to win. I'm curious to get the thoughts of Leonard and Liam on this substitution, and if it is excessive, was the word used by Derek Rucker when speaking with Andrew Bogut about this in a couple of games ago.
Well, Case, you know how I feel about it. It's hard to get into a rhythm if you keep coming in and out of the game. We looked at Brisbane last week, and 4 out of their 5 starters played over 30 minutes, and that's why they were so successful.
Yeah, look, for me, those high sub games, the really high ones, they're when they don't have their proper lineup out there. They were when they didn't have KD, when they didn't have Montrez. Now they don't have DJ, they don't have Sunday. And in those situations, Mike Wells is searching for lineups. He's searching for things that can put together that will work. And ideally, you don't want to be making that many subs in a game.
Well, New Zealand, they're 49 points at half-time. 10 different scorers already. Kareem Lopez leading the way with 10. Parker Jackson Cartwright with 9 points, 5 assists. It's been an even spread. They need to get themselves into this one early. Give themselves a chance. You heard John Casey's stat. New Zealand, they've trailed at three-quarter time, have not won for the last 30 games, as Montrez gives a little flex and gets into double digits.
Teams are smart, man. They're going to exploit Taco. If it's pick and roll or if it's getting to the basket, it's hard to play him now. I'm not bagging anybody here. Let's get this straight. But from what we've seen so far, it's hard to play him in certain games because of tempo and because of the way guys shoot the three.
Yeah, right now, so Coppinen's gone back to Taco in this starting lineup for the third quarter because Jonah Bolt's got 3 fouls. But they go right at him with Montrez Harrell. Then it's an offensive foul. They were already down 9. Now they're down double digits. This is a This is a tough period of time here because it's not the lineup he ideally would want to be rolling out.
New Zealand make it work. Just need to find a way. They need to find a way to slow this man down. Looks like Mooney's been given the responsibility, but so far, same result. Make it 22. Trez just gets attended to, a little bit of blood on the elbow. He'll be back out there very shortly.
The problem is if you're not scoring on this end, but you're giving up points on the other end, you're going to be in a hole.
Shooting at a good clip. Adelaide over 60% from the field, 56%. With the three ballers, Jackson Cartwright gets that one to go.
And that's going to be there every single time down the floor. KD spoke about it at halftime. Hey, we're going to just check to see if he can knock down shots off the bounce.
He might have to single-handedly have a big turn.
Yeah, I say go at it. A few possessions in a row.
Phew, I'm shooting it every time if they go under. I'm telling you, they got to tell me to stop shooting.
They go over the screen with Mooney.
And Nenga decides to let one fly, and then puts a hand up and apologises.
This is where you just say, you know what, PJC, let's get you going.
Yep.
We're getting the ball in your hands every time down the floor. We know where you can get an open look because they're sliding under the screen. Let that thing fly.
Right now he's got his hands full defending Kendrick Davis. This time decides to give it up to Humphries, who's short on that. Now Jackson Cartwright will give it up. They look at Taco, and they go to him. What can the big man do? He draws the foul. The side baseline ball, though.
That's where Jackson Cartwright was expecting the ball screen in transition. Taco instead went to the block. Montrez comes back into the game.
Important period, this for New Zealand. Just need to hang in. Can't let this blow out to much more of a margin. Third quarters have been a real issue for them. Some of their losses, they've had some really poor quarters. And this is going to be an offensive foul. It's their second for the quarter on Jackson Cartwright. His first personal. Davis leading the way. 22 points, 8 of 11 shooting. There's Montrez. Marshall, he knocked down 3 threes in that second quarter. Montrez just pulls up.
And Taco's up a little bit more here. Maybe they had a conversation at halftime. I mean, you don't have to get all the way up, but just, you're 7 foot 200. Just carry a hand.
And this time, Jarrell Martin just sags off. And Jackson Cartwright knocks another one down. He's up to 15.
And he's starting to get in that mood. He's starting to get in that frame of mind. If they keep slipping under, he's going to light that thing up.
The whole
team.
Yeah.
Hope he's okay.
Showing the love.
He's all good. They know where their bread's buttered.
They ran at him like he was buried, like he was underground or something. Kidding me?
Oh, boy.
Whole team went at him.
Tried to save that ball and then into the crowd, and up they all got. Looking to stop the breakers. Davis just pulls up baseline.
Making really good reads. You're right. Taco a little bit closer, so he didn't have the pull-up immediately. It got to his spot.
Marshall.
And if you're New Zealand, look, Parker Jackson Cartwright's knocked down a couple of triples here. You need to get your main man going. If he gives it up, boomerang that thing right back to him.
Here he is. I'd like to get Mooney going. He's still just got the 4 points. Another 4 with the 3 ball, but again they sit off, and again he makes them pay.
There you go, Liam. He's that good, and we've seen it. You cannot go on. Now, I'm willing to bet next time out they'll change that and start going over the top.
Parker Jackson Cartwright tried to steal the ball off Kendrick Davis.
Oh, boy.
Forced a miss and then almost a turnover. They'll get away with it, the breakers, but they're back within 6.
Here's the Army replay. Last 2 threes for Jackson Cartwright. They're slipping under the screen. They've been doing it all game long. He knows it, gets into his rhythm, and he's gliding into those three-point looks.
5 of 8 now from long range. 18 points. Here he is again. Oh, my goodness. Couldn't make that one pay.
It's all right. Take the next one.
They're good looks. Keep letting it fly.
Montrez just patiently waits. Mayen. Got it. Struggling with a free ball, that Mayen, so nice to see that one go down. Back to 9. And they go back to Taco. Davis picked his pocket, almost. And Taco did really well this time to find Jackson Cartwright.
Taco was on his knees and he was taller than Kendrick Davis on that play. Did you see it?
I think he actually was. Good spot, Leonard. Now he has to play defense on Montrez, and he does. Swats it away and wins it back for the Breakers. Good little period. Now again, Jackson Cartwright, Menenga got the mismatch. Can he find the open man? Lopez probes, Menenga gave it up. So did Jackson Cartwright. Mooney, great ball movement and a great finish. Timeout called. New Zealand are just hanging around.
Here's Taco Ball on the deck, and you're right, he's just floating over there. So good find. Great find. And then the defense down the other end from the big fella. Get that ish out of here.
And Mooney knocks down the 3. Well-deserved shot, because if he gets going, PJC gets going, these boys are in the game.
PJC just needs someone to come along with him, doesn't he? All of a sudden, they're within 4 points. They were down by 13 only a few minutes ago. So it's been a great little response led by their MVP candidate.
He's had 11 points already in this quarter, and he's up into the 20s.
Well, we're lucky enough that DJ Vasiljevic has joined us. Thank you for your time, DJ. Just first of all, a bit of an update, mate, on your rehab and when we expect to see you back.
Yeah, I'm a week ahead of schedule, so hopefully be back sooner rather than later.
Just one other question. How are you as a spectator? How are you sitting there watching this one?
Not a fan of it. The quicker I get back, the better.
DJ, we're watching your team and watching Kendrick Davis go under the screen on PJC, and he's starting to get hot. You think you guys will change that?
No, I don't think so. I don't think Parker Jackson Cartwright can maintain it throughout the game. So we'll just stay with what we're doing, and hopefully we get the win.
DJ Liam here. How good is it to have Montrez back in the mix?
Monster's good. Everyone loves him here. So, no, we've just got to get the job done.
And DJ, we're loving seeing Kendrick Davis, and we're loving hearing him speak. Tell us a little bit about what he's like around the team.
No, he's good. Obviously, he went back with his family, had enough time, and now he's mentally recharged, ready to play.
Oh, we appreciate your time, DJ. Great news that you'll be back a week ahead of schedule. Good luck for the rest of this one. Appreciate his time, DJ Vasiljevic. And he will be important. That was great to hear that he'll be back sooner rather than later. They can try and build some momentum. They have games against South East Melbourne and Brisbane next week. As Montrez throws one down. And just gives everyone a little look to go on with.
Fans love him, don't they?
Really good find.
Well, not all fans.
He's an entertainer. That's what he does. He copped a little one on the wrist. So he'll try and finish it off. He's up to 12 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists.
How did you like DJ's answer to the question about the defensive scheme?
DJ does not know anything about defense, bro. He's an offensive player.
Come on,
knows.
man.
I'm going to tell him that.
Hey, come on, man.
Come on, man. You can't. If you don't think PJC can get hot and stay hot consistently, something's wrong with you. You haven't been watching basketball. But, you know, I'm not blaming him. He's an offensive guy. We know he can get hot himself, fired up. But he's obviously delusional if he thinks PJC can't keep going.
He could have said all this to DJ's face while he was on.
Let's get him back on. I'll say it.
No, he said, hey, has he got the headset still on? All right, here we go.
I'll say it.
Yeah, Mooney takes a seat, 7 points. Just 2 scorers in double digits for the Breakers. Cartwright, 20, and Lopez still has the 10 that he had at halftime. Menenga
Meanwhile, Joey, they have made that adjustment. Davis now coming over those screens, and the ball's coming out of Jackson Cartwright's hands.
And they're unaware of the shot clock, and that's a poor turnover.
That's terrible.
That's their 8th.
Someone's got to yell, shoot it, shoot it. The point guard should always know how much time's on that clock.
That's inexcusable. Although, just quietly, none of us knew what the shot clock was.
We're not playing no league. Taco actually did a pretty good job in that first 5 minutes. He got up a little bit. He played good defense.
7 points, 9 rebounds. Montrez again. And that was almost a rejection from Lopez and the youngster. He wants the coach to back him in. He wants a challenge. Does a 17-year-old have the credits in the bank, Liam?
The way he's playing, he should.
It looked like Lopez got him clean, but there's plenty of contact from Menenga.
Where? Nah, bro.
That's clean.
Who the foul's called.
Challenge? Okay.
Yes, sir. I'm going to go out on a limb and say...
They are going to challenge, so they're going to trust the youngster.
He's nervous, too. Look at him. He's nervous. Please. Please, somebody.
So just hang around. It was 9 points at halftime. They've got it back to 7. I think that looks pretty clean to Leonard from here.
I'd say...
Have a look down underneath, though. The left arm from Menenga. No. The left arm from Lopez. Because it's clean up top. Nah, that's not successful.
Wow, this might have been enough contact on the arm.
Yeah, just contact on the arm as well.
You guys are soft. Maybe he winked at him the wrong way or something and found that
right arm. May have hit the right arm of Montrez. We'll wait and see. It is unsuccessful.
Soft.
All right, when Scott comes on, ask him about the wink.
We'll get Scott Butler on. Scott, can you join us, explain us why that was unsuccessful?
Please.
So, based on camera angle, look at camera 7 for point of reference. You see the defender jump up, drops his right hand. It actually hits the forearm of the shooter, and then he swipes through and hits the ball.
Yeah, that was there.
All right, Scott, thank you.
Okay.
My relationship with referees is great. So I'm just going to say thank you and move on.
Yeah, certainly hit the forearm of Montrezl Harrell. We'll go to the free throw line again, where he's 3 of 6 tonight.
Did Scott give you some calls back in the day?
No, Scott was pretty good. The older referees, they got me a couple times.
Did you complain a lot?
I think I led the league in texts my first year.
How do you go with refs these days?
I don't like them, and they don't like me.
Still arguing with them?
No.
Oh,
it's an air ball.
Well, you don't see that too often.
Come on, big fella.
And Montrez, a little wry smile.
Ball don't lie.
Ooh.
Ball don't lie. There you go.
An air ball.
He's got to come out. You shoot air ball around me, you got to come out, bro. Come on.
That's it? You're out.
Misses them both, so he's 3 of 8 from the free throw line. He's left some points on the table. He's got the 13.
More importantly, I want to see if they get over or under this screen. Trying to get over.
They're trying to get over now.
Yes, they are.
Wide open in the corner. Nice shot there from King. He's knocked down a couple.
And Jackson Cartwright making the right read. Okay, they're coming over. Now I've got them in rotations. Kick, open look.
Back within 4. They won't go away. Montrez. And great swat this time. That was a clean one, Leonard.
And did you hear what he said? Give me that.
And now Jackson Cartwright playing facilitator.
Young fella, you can't talk trash and then shoot a brick.
You got to knock that down.
Yeah, you got to knock that one down.
Here's Rasmussen. He's able to get some good minutes when those star players were all out. Trez, again, good find for the cutting Rasmussen. That's his 5th assist, Montrezl Harrell. Only Jackson Cartwright with 6 has more in the game. And here he is. Make that. Oh, young Lopez!
The young fella
makes a statement.
Drop the hammer.
He's blocking Montrez at one end and throwing it down at the other.
And let them know.
He talks smack again?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You can talk.
And then he was trying to play some good defense on Kendrick Davis.
More importantly, give me a replay of this one. Young fella cuts to the basket and throws it down and gives him the stump to let him know, hey, bro, I'm in town. Wow.
That is great to see. Yeah, a little strut.
Babyface assassin he is.
What a talent.
And you take him out. Come on, bro.
Hey, put that man back in the game.
No.
He just wants to see the replay again on the big screen.
Still in Pampers.
Where is it? Where's that replay?
Show me. You guys got to look at it 5 times.
26 for Davis. As Parker, Jackson Cartwright will take a seat. Someone's going to have to step up here for the Breakers.
And this is where Mooney steps up here. Mojave King knocking down threes.
Fields a big final 2.5 minutes of this third quarter. Need to stay within touch, the Breakers. Mooney wants the responsibility. Step back. And again, a hold off the ball, which we see so often with teams trying to box out Taco. Not in the bonus yet. See how hard the opposition have to work physically to try and slow down Taco. You see the reaction.
Stare at the bench and let him know.
Well done, young man.
Wow, man.
You like him?
I like him.
Lottery?
100.
Top 10?
100.
Top 5? Come on, coach.
Not 100, depending on what's coming out.
A reset shot clock for the Breakers with the full 24. Bolden looking to be aggressive. The kick again to King, who started going down the floor. He thought it looked good, and they'll retain possession. Mojave Kings knocked down 2 of 4.
They're getting open looks.
Yeah.
10 of 23 from long range tonight for New Zealand, off the back of 4 of 29. Had a horror night on Thursday in that 24-point loss to Tassie. Coach Kopp trying to orchestrate a win. They go to Taco. Bolden, he can knock this down. Bairstow, great effort on the offensive glass. And a chance to get it within 3.
Great effort from Bairstow. Did not accept getting blocked out. Shot goes up. And that was, you see the pass goes to Taco. Shot goes up from Bolden, and he said, no, I'm going around you. Poor effort from Mayan, and one finish.
And they get within 3, and that's the closest they've been since the first quarter.
This is when you bring DJC back in the game.
Marshall on the floor with Davis, Humphreys, Rigoni, and Jarrell Martin. Montrez will sit. Marshall almost turns it over. Bodies flying everywhere, playing for keeps, these two teams.
It's good hustle, the big fella, 7'6", and he's on the deck.
And the possession arrow will go the way of the Breakers.
Lucky it's not a jump ball, huh? Old school.
Just the 3rd turnover tonight for Adelaide, so they've looked after the ball.
Good hands from Matt Mooney. Deceptively quick hands, Matt Mooney, one of the league's leaders in steals.
They're tied up with this possession. Mooney gets the lane and gets the finish.
That's just too easy. Way too easy.
Little foul called on Mooney.
Is that on Bolden?
Bolden, in fact.
Straight up, that's the first action. I disagree.
And that's 4 fouls to Jonah Bolden. So he wanted an explanation. Unfortunately, he's going to have to go to the bench. Let's take a look at the replay. Put him in a screen there with Jarrell Martin.
2 bodies banging. Let him play.
He's saying that Jonah Bolden blocked up the arm of Jarrell Martin.
He's had a tough old time with fouls
Yeah.
tonight, Bolden, but I like the way they look when he's out there on the floor.
Because he can switch with other players. He'll get up on the screens. He can switch with the 2, 3, other 4.
Yeah.
Possibly the 5,
And
so.
it's a shame. Because of the foul trouble, he's only been able to play 10 minutes. And they'll sit on him until midway through the 4th.
Jarrell Martin knocks down both free throws, 12 of 22 from the free throw line, Adelaide, so they've left a few out there tonight. Montrezl Harrell's been the main culprit as again, Mooney tried to get the layup, couldn't finish. And now he has to get back and scramble for defense. Oh, Martin to Montrez! And that gets the crowd on their feet. And the showman continuing to put on a show. Another 15 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists for Montrez. Mooney, again, looking to be aggressive. This time has to give it up. And this time wide open, King. Disappointed not to finish. And Tarko couldn't bring it down, but he did enough to retain possession.
A couple of really good looks from Mojave King this quarter. Wide open in the corner, wide open right there. They're going to need to knock those down if they want to get this win on the road. 10 for 25 from 3 now for the Breakers.
Mojave King is 27% on the year from three-point land. Knocked down a couple, but now he's 2 of 5. He's going to have to keep taking them if he's wide open. Hold on, Marshall. That's a gift for New Zealand.
You grab him here, here, and then again there. You can't continue to grab every play.
3 fouls for Nick Marshall. Isaac Humphries and Lat Main have also got 3.
Training the game clock.
They haven't got the burgers yet, Joey?
Not yet.
They love the burgers.
They do love the burgers. I don't know if Matt Mooney's going to give them to him. An 87% free throw shooter. Can't stop them trying.
No burgers from Matt Mooney, bro. And they're disappointed.
Some teams that have struggled offensively this season. Now to get some points on the board. He misses the second. They scrap Montrez. Bring the ball down the floor. Tarko will sit off him. He'll milk the shot clock. He's got a 5-second differential. And now Montrez will go to work. He just lost his footing, and then Tarko with a swat from behind. This could be a positive finish for the Breakers. Mojave King with the layup. And it sets up for a cracking 4th quarter of basketball. Both teams desperate for a win. 2 points the margin. New Zealand, can they cause an upset? Adelaide will want to get the job done at home. Don't go anywhere. Montrez and Davis are putting on a show here at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre.
One more time. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time, buddy. Got all the time in the world.
Welcome back to the Adelaide Entertainment Centre. Good fight back from the New Zealand Breakers in term number 3, outscoring Adelaide 25-20. And they knocked down 5 triples in that quarter as well. They lead the rebound count handsomely. And Parker Jackson-Cartwright had 11 of his 20 in the third period. He's closing in on Kendrick Davis, who has 26 for Adelaide. But this is a chance now for Adelaide to move from 9th to 7th on the ladder if they can hold on. But the Breakers have got some momentum. Should be a great last quarter.
Well, Liam Leonard, we just saw the numbers there. The 2 star point guards are putting on a show. Is it almost as simple as whoever wins that battle in this fourth quarter might win the game?
Probably. There are some very good guards in this league for him. We've seen it last week with Cotton and KD. Now PJC, who's found his feet this third quarter. But whoever can carry the momentum and keep their team, get their team going, is probably going to win this game.
It's going to be a huge element. I'm not sure it's as simple as that because the battles on the interior are just as important. Montrez, Taco, Sam Meninga. If they can keep Montrez Harrell relatively quiet in this fourth quarter, the Breakers, they're going to give themselves a chance.
I think Tasevich gave away the foul. Joel Martin shooting motion, gifting him a couple of free throws to start this fourth quarter. As John Casey told us earlier, when New Zealand have trailed in three-quarter time, they have not won their last 30 times. So they're going to have to defy a bit of history here to come back, even though they're only trailing by 2. Shouldn't be an issue for them if they're good enough. Bairstow. There's Jackson Cartwright. Calls for Taco to come and set the screen.
I thought PJC left a bit too quick on that. Let Taco set that screen and see what happens.
Yeah, except he saw the shot clock winding down. He was running out of time. I feel you. I know what you're saying. Crafty hesitation move to draw the foul.
Here's Bolden, who's going to start the fourth quarter with 4 personals. He's on the floor with Taco. PJC has a contested mid-range pull-up. And Harrell wants Davis to come at him. They want the little 2-man game to take on Taco. Kicks it out. Mayan, foot on the line. It'll just be a 2.
He finds himself knocking down a couple of shots. His confidence grows because we know what he can do. He's been down.
He's up to 7 points, like Mayan. He's only hit double digits 3 times in his last 30-odd games. As Montrez Harrell did just enough to affect the Jackson Cartwright shot, and then he commits a foul.
Got right to the cup there, Jackson Cartwright, but all of a sudden he's having a little bit of a tricky time reading the defense and their coverages on the ball screen. Previously, they were always slipping under. Now sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. And it's not quite as simple a read for the star point guard as it was earlier in the game.
Absolutely. They definitely made a change, adjustment.
Again, Harrell just being patient. He waits and sees what's on offer and then decides to pull up over Taco. It was halfway down. And then Davis did enough to commit the turnover.
Smart play by Davis. Knowing if PJC gets that ball, he's taking off.
It's not the first time they've been caught in this type of situation, New Zealand. Laissez-faire in the backcourt, and they cough up a possession.
Courtney Nappy, top 5 in the league in steals. Kendrick Davis won't go down as a steal, but did enough. Here he is pulling up again.
And that again is where Taco stays off. Gives Kendrick Davis that wide open 3.
Bolden. And good boxing out from Martin. And you're talking about him knocking down the 3 ball. And just not this time.
Is that 5 or 6 threes in a row?
They were shooting it. Better clip earlier. Mooney. Probing, pressing, finishing.
And that's tough from Mooney.
He knows the 3 ball's not dropping, so he's been able to get to the basket. 12 points now for Matt Mooney. Here's Davis working with Montrez. And that is the dynamic duo. Whoa. And there is the man putting on a show once again. He's loving it out there.
What is that, bro?
You have to hit the floor every time, though.
Good find, good finish. And what is this exactly?
What a celebration for everything.
Come on, bro.
Sure. Is he swimming? Is it a worm? I mean, I don't know.
We'll let you call it, Leon. What is it?
It's fun to watch and the kids are loving it. There's his night on return. As we said, the 5 games prior to his suspension, he was averaging almost 26 points and 8 rebounds. As the young fella comes down from the 3rd tier to give a little high five.
Here we go. One.
Struggled from the free throw line tonight, 3 of 8. There's Montrez.
With an air ball. Put that in there.
On that occasion. Back to 7 points. All their hard work, New Zealand, they haven't been able to get it square. Can't edge their noses in front just yet. They've only got to edge their nose in front right at the end. They need to keep scoring, and that's going to help. And another foul off the ball on Nick Marshall. That'll be his 4th.
Just a little overzealous, trying to stay attached to Matt Mooney, and he's doing it, but literally. The officials right on the spot.
Here's BJC. Guessed the mismatch. Decides to give it up. And now the shot clock's down to 2, so he's going to have to... Well, he had to get it up. Instead, he took too long. And that's their 2nd shot clock violation.
And that's BJC's fault. I mean, he played with that ball a little bit too long. Up top, he had a perfect shot on the first screen by Bolden. Turned it down, tried to make something better, turned the ball over.
Now they do need to get some stops. Here's Davis. Gives it up. Montrez, his first crack from long range.
And if you're the breakers, you live with it. He wants to shoot the 3, he wants to shoot the mid-range. You live with those shots.
PJC. Just drawing up the offensive end in recent possessions, and then Mooney just a little bit too aggressive, and he knows it. Has to be careful here. Any foul from here on in, Adelaide will be in the bonus.
Third personal on Mooney. Bolden, of course, sitting on 4.
And this is the 5 on the floor you like, Leonard, for the breakers. You've got Bolden and Menenga, Lopez, and now Jackson Cartwright again, just couldn't help himself, and he's going to send Kendrick Davis to the free throw line.
I mean, they've been racking up the fouls, Copes, and they're over the limit.
Already, 6 minutes to go. Just stupid fouls. You're shooting yourself in the foot here. Play solid defense and live with the result.
Meanwhile, happy days for Adelaide. You know, they're doing a good job of just making good decisions, drawing these fouls, and from here on out, they've got a chance to live at the free throw line.
Then if you don't have nothing, one more.
5 of 6 from the stripe. Make it 5 of 7 for Kendrick Davis for his 27 points.
We need a solid shot here. Doesn't necessarily have to be a 3. Their last 3 or 4 times down the floor, they're jacking 3s.
Still plenty of time. Lopez tries his luck. Kendrick Davis gets upstairs, and then again, just overzealous on the defensive end.
He's trying to make up for missing the 3. Karim Lopez, but not a smart foul.
Just a bit too aggressive again for the Breakers, who head home next week. They'll host the Sydney Kings and then have to travel again down to Tassie. They were beaten on Thursday night.
Joe, you were speaking about the amount of venues they played in.
This is their 13th different venue in their 16th game this season.
Wow, that's amazing.
And they've been everywhere. And that doesn't include going over to the States and everything they did over there. So we know it's been a tough first year for Coach Kopp. Doesn't help when you play at 4 different home venues in New Zealand. They played their 4th venue on Thursday night. It makes it awfully hard. And only 4 players have played every game. That doesn't matter. They need to try and see if they can eat into this margin, and that'll help.
That's
Tough
nice.
drive, yeah.
Got Isaac Humphries up off the floor. Got him with the step through.
You understand they need to slide their feet, play good defense, don't foul.
That was good defense, although Harrell again the offensive rebound, and the tip in from Humphries.
Offensive rebounds. You got the 2 big boys out there on the floor, Harrell and Humphries, and they're all over the glass.
And that is a Tangerine timeout. It is Adelaide leading by 10 points. And Montrezl Harrell with his 10th rebound brings up his 6th double-double of the season.
Got some big numbers. 18, 10 and 5 for Harrell in his first game back. It's a good effort.
The Adelaide 36ers just 5 minutes away from breaking their 4-game losing streak and to jump to 7th on the Mitsubishi Motors ladder. Of course, this is the first of our doubleheader. Hungry Jacks NBL straight after this. Cairns Taipans hosting Bryce Cotton and the Perth Wildcats. But Liam, you want to touch on Montrezl Harrell and his performance tonight?
Well, it's been a good return. He's left some points on the free throw line for sure, but 18, 10 and 5, he's been very, very active. He's chilling right now with a 10-point lead, but good return game from the monster.
And as good as he's been on the floor, I think the fans, you know, they appreciate him being back and his antics and the way he plays and the way he gets people involved. That's what they love about him.
His energy's been on full display again. So's the talent, as it has been from this man. MVP favourites, and there is another dime for Humphries. Make that number 7 to go with his 29 points.
Great pass from Davis. Beautiful playmaking.
And then Bolden and Mooney just not on the same page. It's starting to get difficult from here. Kendrick Davis with the exclamation mark for 32.
He's on fire.
And he loves it, and so do the crowd. Almost 10,000 in the house.
There's some very good guards in this league, huh?
Is he the... No, he's not the best, but...
I said there are some very good guards.
Oh, I hear you. All NBL first team.
Oh, there's an air ball from Harvey King.
Were you going to ask me, is he what?
Nah.
He was going to ask if he was the best.
Nah.
Yeah, come on.
Come on.
Might be someone playing straight after this. Let's take us through the Amy replay. There's Davis.
That was a great find underneath. Perfectly on target, and then this one was the dagger. The pull-up triple sends him to 32 and put the margin out to 13.
Again, it's such an efficient clip. 5 of 8 from the three-point line, 10 of 15 from the field, 7 of 9 from the free throw line.
He's in some kind of form.
This is now his 4th 30-point game for the season.
And his 3rd in a row.
And he's humble. It's not about him and the points. He just wants to win. And he's finding a way to keep people involved.
Wow. He says all the right things.
Yeah.
He's been great for this league. As Rasmussen commits a foul. fouls to give.
This is going to turn out to be a really good win for Adelaide because they were asked plenty of questions in this fourth quarter.
Again for New Zealand. So before the FIBA break, they hadn't conceded 90 points in a game. This is now the 6th consecutive game they've conceded at least 97. So whatever's happened at the defensive end has fallen apart for them. They just haven't had enough firepower at the offensive end to match. Jackson Cartwright, he's tried his hardest. There's a good find from Menenga. So, Leonard, did New Zealand break their losing streak against Sydney next week at home?
In New Zealand?
Yep.
Not the way they're playing tonight, no.
What about when they go down to Tassie?
They could be in trouble, Joey. They could be in trouble, my friend. Just keeping it real. But you know what I like, though? I like the fact that Taco's learning how to play defense. He's getting up and in now. The second half, at least the second half he did.
And this is now out to a game-high 16 points late. They've blown it open. As Kendrick Davis gets his 8th assist, Jarrell Martin gets his 13th point. Adelaide fans have enjoyed this one. I'll come down to Melbourne next week to play Southeast Melbourne Phoenix before heading home on Christmas Eve and hosting the Brisbane Bullets. That one should be fun. Do you think Adelaide can make a run from here, Liam? I know they're going to be 7 and 8.
Absolutely, they can. Now, where does
so you got them in the top 6?
How high can they climb? You asked me if they can make a run. And the answer to that is a resounding yes.
Will they finish in the top 6?
That's what I want to hear.
Yeah, I think they'll get there. They've got too much talent not to get there. They've got the 2 of the top 3 scorers in the league. They've got the league leader in assists. They've got top 3 rebounder in the league in Montreal. They've got too much talent not to finish at that kind of level.
Kendrick Davis might not be done with yet. Mayen and Martin been able to knock down some shots. He's had some support from some of his bench players, which has been good. Martin again, stroking it beautifully. He's got 16. He's 3 of 5 from beyond the arc.
Slowly finding his feet. That has to be the 3rd or 4th time PJC's hesitated before he's taking that shot.
Let's get the John Casey courtside crowd. Seem to be enjoying this one, Case.
Yeah, another sellout crowd here, Joey. 9,449 is the official number. So 8 consecutive sellouts to start the season here for the Adelaide 36ers. And to put that into context, of course, we had, as Kendrick Davis comes up short, had that huge crowd, well, huge game last night, Melbourne United against the Illawarra Hawks, 1v2 on the ladder, and it drew 7,692. Now, I know Melbourne fans have got to back up tomorrow in that throwdown with the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, but that just goes to show how popular the basketball is here in Adelaide at the moment. 9,449, and with this win over New Zealand, Adelaide are going to jump from 9th on the ladder back up to 7th, and they're about 2 games ahead of where they were last season in terms of win-losses, and of course they missed the finals by just 1 game last season, so optimism will return, particularly with Montrezl Harrell getting back into the form.
Making a strong case, John Casey, and DJ will be back very soon. Jeez, and he's going to add some potency. DJ Vasiljevic into this lineup. Taco Fall will knock down his 9th point. 9 rebounds.
Kendrick Davis with 34 points and 9 assists. 1 assist here off 3 straight games with 30-plus points and 10-plus assists.
And 5-plus rebounds. We said pre-game, last player to do that was Andrew Gaze in 2002. Long time ago.
How many assists?
He had more than 10.
Wow, I don't know. You guys sure you got your numbers right? Drury did not pass that ball.
Oh, come on.
There's Montrez. Will finish with a shimmy, just like he started with a shimmy.
I I think he just came back to Adelaide so he could dance. He's been dancing the whole game.
How many different celebrations does he have?
He's had a good time. That's what he's had.
He's full bag tonight.
I think it's fair to say he missed the Adelaide crowd as much as they missed him.
Yep. He's loving it, isn't he? He's enjoying his time. It's great to see. And just quietly racked up 20 points, 10 boards, 5 assists of his own. Sunday Detch getting some love. They'll be back, we believe, when Christmas Eve.
Oh, I hope so.
They got the Brisbane. That's the night they play Brisbane back in Adelaide.
Word I'm getting is there's a chance for it.
How good was he last week on Cotton in that first half?
Think he can get back that quick, Coach, from a hammy?
No way.
Who does he guard for Brisbane when he comes back? Who's the #1 man at Brisbane?
Brisbane has some talent.
He's got to guard Bateman.
So their average losing margin in the last 5 games, New Zealand has been 23. If they're not careful, it's going to end up something similar. It's blown out to 17. Montrez wants all the attention. He wants all the eyeballs on him. And he wants to go at Taco one-on-one. New Zealand might not let it. Shot clock just down to 1.6 seconds. He wanted to build up there, Montrez, didn't he?
Real sort of pooping the party stuff from Mojave.
And then we're going to get a timeout. Tangerine timeout. Well, we can't speak highly enough about Kendrick Davis and what he's been doing this season. And once again, I think he touched on it, 34 points, 9 assists, 5 rebounds, and shooting it over 60% from the field. This young man's something special.
Yeah, he is, and he's in a special groove right now, offensively in particular. He's getting some work done defensively as well because he's got a premium matchup game after game. But man, at the offensive end, lighting it up, but also just making really good reads, setting up his teammates at the right moment, getting to the cup, pulling up from long range, getting to the free throw line. He's in some kind of form. Now, there's so much focus on Bryce Cotton, and rightfully so, but don't let it slip under the radar how good Kendrick Davis is playing right now.
And Leonardo asked you pre-game, is this the best duo in basketball right now?
And I told you before that. You obviously didn't watch the game back in the day, bro. Are you kidding me?
No, I don't mean all time. I'm meaning this season.
Yeah.
We know who the best duo is of all time.
No.
Let's not go there, Leonard.
Let me tell you something.
This season.
They are very tough, though. You got to give it to them. They play well together, and they have success when they both play like this.
Liam, that guy's Bradkey duo. That was one of the best I've ever seen.
It was impressive.
Oh, man. You guys are just killing me, huh? Show my brother some love.
So, I'm not sure what their timeout was for and what the play was, but...
To get Montrez an ugly 3, that was terrible, man. Come on. The game's over.
There was only 1.6 seconds left on the shot clock.
Impressive fourth quarter.
Yeah,
it's a 2-point game.
Yep.
2-point game in three-quarter time, and they're walking away with it.
They've held New Zealand to just 13 points in this fourth quarter. 28 of their own. Maybe they can just build off this as their season rolls on. Their superstars are back. DJ will be back. You concerned with Isaac Humphries again? Just 10 points, 5 rebounds? Or you think now he just becomes a role player when they've got everyone fit and healthy?
Well, he started off on fire. I mean, they got him the ball. But with this much talent, it doesn't really matter who scores. It's about the win. We know he can score. We know if we get him the ball, he's good at what he does. But I don't think it's bothering Isaac. He's on the sideline dancing, so.
DJ will be back soon. Of course, Cairns Perth coming up straight after this. Can anyone give Cairns a chance at home?
Nah, man.
Can't break them.
Cotton.
Nah, I don't think that's happening.
Cotton 40 plus.
Bryce Cotton likes it at Cairns.
He does. It's his favourite away venue.
How many is he going to have?
Is he going to get 40?
46.
46.
35.
Is he keeping an eye on Kendrick Davis right now?
No. Cotton's not worried about anybody.
No, sir.
He's not looking
back. Is he
backwards.
worried about Jonah Antonio?
No, sir. Nothing. He's not worried about anybody.
Well, speaking of that Cairns-Perth game, we'll throw to Ariana Prather for a little preview.
Well, the last time these two teams met, I was here. I was in the building. So I can tell you that even though on paper it looks like Perth might pull off this easy win, I will let you know now it will be a dogfight. But in order for the Wildcats to win another game on the road, Bryce Cotton is going to have to do what Bryce Cotton is known for, which is drop over 35 points. And on the other end, the Cairns Taipans are going to have to come together as a team. We're going to need Rob Edwards to step up big. Pedro Bradshaw, who had a double-double on the road last weekend. We're going to need everyone to come together in a united front to pull off this huge, huge upset against the number 4th place Wildcats.
Did we just see them check Bryce Cotton's ID to get into the venue? Come on, bro. Huh? Did I see that? They didn't want to let my man in. I don't blame him. I wouldn't let him in.
Trying to win the game.
If he's dropping 50, I wouldn't let him in either.
It might have been a message. If he doesn't have his pass, don't let him in.
Come on.
Yeah, that'll be fun. That's coming up very, very soon. And New Zealand are just going to allow Kendrick Davis to go to the free throw line to add to his 34.
Well, that makes sense. You're only down 15 with 25 seconds to go. Try to extend the game.
Really
yourself a chance.
Dragging this one out, aren't they? Let's get down to John Casey.
We're going to see a history-making moment here, and the big crowd affiliation here as well, because Tom Cubank is going to become the first father-son to ever suit up for the Adelaide 36ers. He's just about to check in for the first time. Of course, his dad, Graham, is an assistant coach here and also played with Adelaide as well. So it's really good. He's been working hard, training with the guys, and now he steps onto the NBL court for the first time. And he's wearing number 12, and Tommy Cubank onto the floor. So, and the fans getting around him as well.
Nice. No, very cool. Watch the play for Mount Gambier. He's been doing a good job. Great to see him get this opportunity. And that was Patrick Darcy checking in as well. South Australian talent coming up through the ranks.
Liam knows everyone, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Well, good on the young men in their first bit of court time. They get to stay out there a little bit longer this last minute.
This has been the longest last minute. I had my bags packed. I was halfway out the door. I was halfway out the door.
We've got the Saturday Switch crew waiting to join us. Kelsey Brown. Damon Lowry's all fired up. He's Illawarra Hawks. Got the job done. He's strutting around.
There's Tommy Cubank. Very cool piece of history.
Get him a shot.
There we go. Who does get the shot? Is it Darcy or Cubank?
I tell you, Darcy.
There it is. There it is.
Oh, he gave it up. It was Rigoni who missed the layup. He's already got some points.
Yeah, you scored Rigoni.
Come
Get
on.
that thing up.
Here we go. It'll be Rasmussen. It'll be Rigoni for the final shots. And that's a nice way to finish. It's going to be another big 17-point win to the Adelaide 36ers. A dominant fourth quarter, led by that dynamic duo of Davis and Harrell. And they get their season rolling. And the home crowd loved every single second of it.
Huge fourth quarter performance at both ends of the floor for the home team. 2-point game at three-quarter time. And they just blew the doors off the Breakers in that final term. Kendrick Davis was spectacular. One dime short of 36 and 10. He was terrific from go to woe. He outplayed Parker Jackson Cartwright, which is a credit to him. And Montrezl Harrell was also terrific in his return from suspension.
The usual suspects. KD was tough. Harrell was tough. You know, these guys got the job done.
It was a much more competitive performance from the New Zealand Breakers, but still not enough. 6 losses in a row. They head home to take on Sydney next week. Adelaide, though, they continue to roll. It'll be a big game against Southeast Melbourne next week in Melbourne as they try and square the ledger. But the Adelaide 36ers get the job done at home. Comprehensive winners by 17 points. And they'll enjoy this one.